Hello and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred today in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things I personally find intriguing enough for me to bring to you. The source of this information comes from a smart device application on this day, the icon of which is shown as cutoff prevention at the beginning and end of each episode, or just look next to me for the icon as well. The music in the background is Out Here by Kasger, which I found on the YouTube channel No Copyright Sounds, aka NCS. For links to the Yap music and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar. Now let's get on with the show, shall we? Today is Tuesday, aka Tuesday, July 19th, 2016. In 1997, during the Troubles, the Provisional Irish Republican Army resumed a ceasefire to end their 25-year campaign to end British rule in Northern Ireland. Which begs the question, why can't the Brits get it through their thick-headed tea-drinking minds that no one wants to be under their control? In 1992, a car bomb placed by Mafia with collaboration of Italian intelligence murdered Judge Paolo Borsellino and 5 members of his escort. In 1985, the Val di Stava Dam collapsed, causing the deaths of 268 people in Val di Stava, Italy. In 1983, the first three-dimensional reconstruction of a human head in computed tomography, aka CT, was published. In 1981, in a private meeting with U.S. President Ronald Reagan, French Prime Minister François Mitterrand revealed the existence of the Farewell Dossier, which is a collection of documents showing that the Soviets had been stealing United States technological research and development. In 1976, Sagarmatha National Park in Nepal was created. I bet that's a great place to Pokemon Go! In 1964, during the Vietnam conflict during a rally in Saigon, South Vietnamese Prime Minister Nguyen Khai called for expanding the conflict into North Vietnam. In 1963, Joe Walker flew a North American X-15 to a record altitude of 106,010 meters, aka 347,800 feet on X-15 Flight 90 and exceeded an altitude of 100 kilometers. This flight qualified as a human spaceflight under international convention. 53 years ago we did this, and you're telling me we don't have regular trips to Mars yet? Or do we? In 1942, during World War II, during the Battle of the Atlantic, German Grand Admiral Karl Donitz ordered the last U-boats to withdraw from their United States Atlantic coast positions in response to the effective U.S. convoy system. In 1940, during World War II, Army Order 112 found the intelligence corps of the British Army. Also in 1940, the Field Marshal ceremony occurred, in which Adolf Hitler appointed field marshals due to military achievements during the first of such an occasion during World War II. In the year 1919, following Peace Day celebrations marking the end of World War I, ex-servicemen rioted and burned down Luton Town Hall. Alright guys, it's only the end of the greatest war in history, it's not like the Lakers won or anything. In 1916, during World War I, during the Battle of Fromelles, British and Australian troops attacked German trenches in a prelude to the Battle of the Somme. In 1903, Maurice Garin won the first Tour de France. In 1900, the first line of the Paris Metro opened for operation. In 1845, the Great New York City Fire of 1845 commenced, which is currently the last great fire to affect Manhattan. It began early in the morning and was subdued that afternoon, but did cause the deaths of 4 firefighters, 26 civilians, and the destruction of 345 buildings. In 1843, Brunel's steamship the SS Great Britain was launched and became the first ocean-going craft with an iron hull or screw propeller, and became the largest vessel afloat in the world at the time. In 1832, the British Medical Association was founded as the Provisional Medical and Surgical Association by Sir Charles Hastings during a meeting in the boardroom of the Worcester Infirmary. And in 1701, representatives of the Iroquois Confederacy signed the Nephan Treaty, ceding a large territory north of the Ohio River to England. First, Shane Dawson, 1988, Lisa Lampanelli, 1961, Samuel Colt, 1814. And that concludes the show. Once again, check the underbar for any links you may be interested in. Don't forget to rate 5 thumbs and subscribe for your dose of past events daily. I am Xander, and you are you. Toodles!